Though next time, if I die, I will come back and play a monk or something.
This character's on the fucking complete opposite end of my character in Spice Road, Arthur, who is basically impossible to kill unless the entire group of enemies decide to just focus him down.
Telling you, my next character is gonna be hyper jacked, hyper HP, hyper armor, unkillable
Cringe.
for first 10 levels. Laugh at the face of a Varg.
Hello, welcome back. This is Team Gate Beyond the Shadow. This is episode 6. Story that takes place in Darkrest. It's actually the 9th of Council now, so I gotta change that. So we did have one day of downtime. I'm Rogue, I'm the Game Master tonight. Question for tonight. Which aspect of your daily routine do you look forward to the most? Which aspect of your daily routine do you look forward to the most? Whoever has an idea, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character. And let us know the answer.
I'm Drakenburn. I'm playing Isaac. It's a little morbid, but the thing that he looks forward to the most in his daily routine is waking up.
Happy guy. Well, if
Nice.
you're done, let's make sure. I'm Garrett, and I'm playing Midas. Given Midas's natural tendency to be very driven, his favorite time of the day is whenever he's gaining the most power. So probably studying his books, or probably reanimating some corpses to serve him.
Alright.
A little bit of a hard decision. I'm Tapioca Pudding. I'm playing Artemead. And I think Artemead's favorite time of the day, or favorite time, you said morning routine specifically, right?
Just daily.
Daily routine. I think it's checking the books would be her most favorite out of everything. It's a calming practice, a consistent practice, and it's one that reaffirms a specific normality and security as everything goes on.
Nice.
Nice.
What about Ryan?
I'm Shu. I play Riyadh. Riyadh every day looks forward to clocking out of work at the Traveler's Fire and going home.
Damn.
I mean, I don't
Relatable.
blame. Work is work.
I feel like... Okay. I wanted to know, why was it that, Isaac looked forward to waking up?
Well, Isaac. While the others might not quite be aware of it, Isaac is a terminally ill patient after all. And I say the others as in, the in-game characters aren't aware, of course. That I've already mentioned my character concept a bunch above game.
Okay, cool, yeah. I don't want to ruin it. No, to you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But for him, just kind of every day at this point in time is kind of a little precious because, for all intents and purposes, he could just drop dead at any moment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, if you're going to drop dead at any moment, I don't know why you ignore my advances.
Perhaps he doesn't have the strength for it.
I guess he's still not close enough to death to stop being so shy.
I simply have better things to do than you.
If you are to
And his
die,
priorities are misaligned as well.
I
If
would
you
rather
do die-
spend one more second trying to not die than waste my time.
if you do die, I can always bring you back. Well,
No, I'll
forever.
pass. Don't you dare touch my corpse when I'm dead.
I will keep that in mind.
Alright, and now this
Keep
conversation...
that in mind as he raises your corpse.
I beam this conversation out of your characters' heads now.
Strong magic.
All right. Go over this little handout real quick. Talk about last session 2 weeks ago. Last time on Demon Gate, Beyond the Shadows. During their quest to find out more about the mysterious shipment... Oh, I can skip this part. Variant's not here. When we left off, the group had gone down into the sublevel Leaky Boot to investigate the bad smell that was making Rachel sick while working down there. They uncovered a secret passage to a hidden storage area. Within this place, there are many other rooms and many other passages connected to secret doors. An entire network underneath the slums area that had been blocked off for what looked like years. The group got into an engagement down below, not just spiders this time. One of the bad guys was Haldor, a wanted convict. As the bad group closed in, Artemide set off an explosion that rocked the underground area, killing 2 of the unknown baddies and alerting everyone in the area that something was going on. Ryad was able to convince the others that the Order was busy doing something, and then Haldor and the remaining group retreated into the shadows. As the group tried looking for more passages, gained more information, and of course, spider eggs, not much else was found. It was determined that a tyrant spider, most likely, had a nest almost directly under the Traveler's Fire. They had little time to investigate this further. The sound that had drawn the city guard. Right, so I think... let's talk about what you guys did in your downtime. Anybody want to go first?
Isaac tried to get some crops and failed, or not crops, but some herbs for some potions he's working on and failed miserably. Some bastards clearly got into them first, and now he has a grudge against some random guy in the city.
And Midas, he had an eventful day. First, he went shopping for some clothes. He had to get them together for the 3 corpses he had in his. I guess I'm not sure where he keeps them. I think probably in the basement if Artemide would let him. Before he rose those dead and dressed them in the attire they now wear. I don't know if you're able to show the stream, the photo I sent you, but I can send you it in the Discord. And after that, he just went about his normal business of studying and training some skills. And although his skills did not bear fruit this time, it gave him more material for further studies.
Artemide would probably allow you to keep them in barrels, similar to what you saw down in the basement of the tavern, but not in the Traveler's Fire basement, and technically does not share that the Traveler's Fire has a basement.
And that was all he did for his day off.
What about Rad? Did we already do Rad?
If not. After what they discovered in the basement of the Leaky Boot, Riyadh, not super keen on eating there anymore, decided to take his horse out and explore the city a bit. Just riding around to main goal, find somewhere else to eat, but also just look for anything of interest.
Did he end up finding anything?
He passed the check with a 21 on target number 11.
Where would he have been looking for someplace new?
I guess he would mainly be exploring the grotto.
Okay, staying in the slums area.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's make up what this place is. Can you roll a D100?
30.
And then roll it one more time?
10.
It was either a very good roll or you just got an encounter of some kind.
Rolling a name, I think.
He was never heard from again.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got a horse. Horses are nasty. They will kill a man in armor.
Will also make a fucking terrible sound as it dies.
That's a pleasant thought, Isaac.
The drunkard's boot.
Okay.
The drunkard's boot. His twin brother runs that one. In
The
competition.
leaky
Yeah.
boot and the drunkard's boot. Let's re-roll the second one.
It's
all
a
of
heated,
them. All of them are boots. Every single one in the grotto ends in boot.
That's
it's a
crazy.
heated competition in the grotto. 6.
6. Okay. Okay, the drunkard's anvil. Right. There we go. A new place to visit. Somewhere in the grotto.
Interesting.
Oh, Ryan, before you would leave, Artemide would ask, so should I put the girl to work?
He would not respond. Just turn away and leave.
Ryan, I need a response.
He's gone. Walking down the street to get his horse.
Is that a little too much poking? Oh dear. I'll ask him when he returns.
This is why she has no friends.
I have plenty of friends, just no friends like you.
Uh-huh. I don't think I would consider a simp a friend, but you know.
I wouldn't consider myself much of a simp.
I wasn't calling you one?
I wouldn't
think-
consider a simp a friend.
That did seem to be the implication.
That seems to be the implication.
And also, she's your boss. Can a boss be a simp?
No, it's called harassment at work. It's if I had an HR, they would be up in arms.
Yes, it is in
However,
fact
I am
workplace
the
harassment.
HR.
Yes, I don't know if you're big enough yet to have an HR department. I think
I don't think I'm ever gonna get an HR department, or else I'm gonna be in trouble.
I think it'd be a bit difficult to have an HR department in the line of work where you are buying slaves and putting them to work for you.
Whoa.
Seems a little bit counterintuitive.
What are you talking about? It's literally human resources.
I was going to
I
say,
mean, I suppose.
slavery is a dirty business, but
I mean, what are you gonna put Midas in front of it? He seems like the perfect person
It'd
for
be
human
human
resources.
resources. You're just using them as resources rather than in a convention. Well, rather than in a more decent manner. No, it's decent enough. In a more commonly moral manner.
I mean, to be fair, the concept of human resources doesn't even exist yet.
What are you talking about? I use humans all the time.
Are you saying we are too dumb to resource humans?
I'm saying you two are a little bit too, how should I say?
Literally, perhaps.
Yes.
My goal is to bring happiness to all. I think I will be a great human resource.
I think you're failing at that quite a lot.
I disagree. I've made plenty of people happy.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
So what happened to your
He's
friends?
taken
that you
them out
left
of
behind?
dark rest. I don't know, considering living in dark rest and dying, dying isn't so bad.
I would like to stand firmly on the opposing side of that argument. Dying is terrible.
Well, my friend, kindness to all is only wicked to the innocent. Sometimes you must do bad to do good.
Or you can
Sometimes
just do
you have
good
to do bad
good.
to have fun.
I do not have many hobbies that constitute fun, to be fair.
I did not know that you studying did not constitute as fun.
Well,
The
that is
definition
work.
just varies between people. You can have fun at work. I have fun at work all the time.
I don't.
Fair point. By the way,
Raya, did you actually stay, by the way, at the Drunkard's Anvil? Or were you mostly just scouting?
He was just scouting. I think I have no clue where he's actually living. We know he's outside of the Traveling Spire and not at the Wiki Boot. I also
wait,
noticed the Drunkard's Anvil is across the grotto from the Wiki Boot. He really did not want to be anywhere near that place. Across the city to eat somewhere else.
seems like it would be what a waste.
That's a
of
long
train.
trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's got a horse, though.
You really seem to like this horse. Are you a horse person?
The horse is left over from military training.
Speaking of military, it's not really, the same, but there's a spider under our feet, and I believe we should plan to eliminate it.
Vetoed. Speaking of spiders,
Oh,
yes, Automede has already plans, other than the one person that they specifically hired for that one thing I discussed with you, Rogue. Automede's spending 1 silver piece on a stonemason, a silver piece on a carpenter, and 5 silver pieces total on laborers. They're going
I
to
don't
be
think Rogue is
breaking.
here.
just so you know, he said BRB. I was trying to find it.
Ah, okay.
I think that's why we've just been shooting the ship.
Okay, so let's say you do want to train the spider, or whatever the like. I was proposing we build some sort of barricade to keep the thing in. The passages down there are narrow for its giant body. If you blocked the path, it would make fighting or training or whatever you'd like to do much easier.
I would like you to I'd like you to be reminded of the fact that this thing is still a spider.
I know, it's so intriguing.
No, not you, for Midas. You're forgetting one of the, little-known things about spiders. They are, I guess you could say, body contortionists. They can go into much smaller gaps than you would imagine.
True.
As you both talk it out, Artemis got her boa slowly slithering up her arm and around her body.
You know, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Well, you know, it's a lazy thing. It likes to sit near the window underneath some cushions.
I suppose.
I believe this is the first time I've actually seen it.
There's nothing up there.
Get used to it.
I do
It's
take
a-
it out when little bit.
Artemis, could I ask, how much money does your business bring in?
Enough to handle a multitude of workers. I suppose if multiple of the workers weren't slaves, I could pay each of them a decent salary.
But I mean, indeed
What's-
it did, right?
What are all your end goals, anyways? I don't imagine just owning a business is where you'll
Yeah,
stop.
Kind of
And
To expand.
big mess up on there.
Yeah.
what about you, Isaac?
Business.
Well, I'm sure it'll be
How to say?
figured out.
Do you know what type of game a dice game is, or a card game is?
I have not lived in societies long, so I'm not familiar.
It's a close-ended game. It's a point-end game. There is an end to the game. Business. There is no end. It continues and continues. Some people believe that they have won business, and they continue doing the same thing over and over. The same product, no improvement, stagnation, and they die. The only thing that ends in business, or the only thing that ends your chance in the game, is if you die in that way. So, I don't plan on stopping the game of business, and maybe expanding to certain other things, such as politics.
Well, that seems like it'll keep you busy. What about you, Isaac or Ryad? What do you all want for life?
I'll put it on the board. The capital one.
You're asking a more difficult question to me than you're realizing. I'll answer with a very simple question. A very simple answer for you. I want life.
Well, sounds like there's some background to that, but I'll take your word for it.
Isaac, if I managed to get you that, you know what I would request.
I'm quite aware of what you request, and that's why I'm very confident you'll never succeed.
Oh dear, if the more you taunt me, and the more you, how to say, beckon me, the more likely it becomes.
I simply believe you're a little bit too incapable on this front.
She would just give a smile and cover it up with the fan that she has. Looks can be deceiving.
They can be, and that's why I'm fairly certain you'll never succeed. At least for what I need.
Oh,
Welcome back, Rogue.
Welcome back, Rogue. I was mentioning this previously before we got distracted. I should introduce you to Sadie a little bit.
Introduced to who?
Sadie, when I return from my, well, busy day,
Yes?
so is Rogue actually back?
Oh yeah,
Back?
yeah.
He's undefeated. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Is there anything else that happens for Riot?
Ryan, where did you go?
He was exploring the grotto.
Do we have Firo in? Is he coming in?
Yes.
He says on chat that he's trying to start up his computer, having some
Yeah.
issues. But
Just Steve again. Okay, cool. All right. Go ahead and make a percentile roll, Ryan. Riyadh. Do I keep calling you the wrong name? Riyadh.
I don't know what the right one is. These both. I got an 18.
You have a habit of making characters where you don't actually know how to pronounce their fucking names.
I knew how to pronounce Kaz and Nokrag. We're chilling.
it's part of the lore of the name.
Riyadh.
What is what happens when you roll the name with dice?
Oh, is there a wall on this map, or this small square that we're currently on, so I can't drag character tokens onto it?
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you need to bring somebody over?
I was gonna drag over Sadie in a little bit after the RP stuff and the downtime stuff. Yes. Well, the downtime stuff in a bit. Or first.
Let's see here.
18 in the dice percentile.
This is going to be while you're in the street. You're on your horse?
Yeah.
While you're riding, I would say maybe riding. You went to the restaurant or the new place?
Yeah.
Or did you just go off somewhere else?
The issue would be like coming back from the restaurant. Because I think he put it on like the edge of the grotto, so he went to the edge and he started going back.
Yeah. One of the reasons I put it over there too is you don't have to put it there if you don't want to. If you would like it to be somewhere
But I
else.
think it makes sense. Wait as far away from the disease as possible.
Yeah.
The brown has spiders in it. It's not super great.
It's become a legendary food source throughout several campaigns. The brown.
This guy can't appreciate the brown. I should kill him.
The brown. When you get over to the Drunkard's Alley, I suppose when you're leaving or while you're eating there, you can see across the Emerald Canal, which is attached to the Emerald Bay, of course, and it runs kind of through the city, the grotto, and in between the silver mine. There's a couple of bridges over there. You know that is the realm of the Unheard and the Valkyr. Like their main base is over there. So it's kind of gives you kind of a lookout on the second floor. I imagine you're probably sitting on the second floor outside in like an overhanged, they got like a roof covering, but it's open to the outside air where you can sit at tables and like look out over the city. So you can see the Emerald Canal. You can see the buildings of the Unheard across the way. Most of them are shadow elves. So you notice some of them walking, some of them talking, and there is a one woman that you see kind of staring back over across the canal in your direction. And it seems like she's looking directly at you. It's quite a distance though, so it's just weird that you would notice her or that she would notice you. And after about an hour passes of you eating, she's gone after that. But after about an hour passes and you gather your horse and you're about to head back out, you notice the girl. She's cloaked and she's hooded, but you notice her hair is the same straight black hair pale white flesh. Her eyes are all kind of dark and pupilless, almost just like almond black orbs, you know? And she starts to approach you on the street.
Brad would pay no mind to her and keep setting up his horse to embark back to the Traveler's Fire, unless she keeps approaching.
Yeah, she keeps approaching. And she says... Actually, yeah, this one's fine. She says, good evening.
Citizen,
May I speak with you a moment?
he looks up at the sun, like checking the time. Only for a moment.
Let's see this token there. There we go. This woman. She gets closer, you can see she's quite attractive. And certainly a shadow elf. She says, I am in need of assistance from a warrior of your stature. A bodyguard, if you will. I can pay you money.
I am already employed as a guard for a different establishment.
Oh. Of course. What establishment is that?
It would be the Traveler's Fire on the Red Road. The Red Alley.
She smiles and nods. Can you roll a percentile? She says, ah, isn't that a brothel?
Yes, I work only as a guard. If you seek to employ me, then you must speak with the master.
Ah, I see. Perhaps I will see you again then.
Keep the fires high.
She nods. She repeats the saying in Anath, in the Elvish tongue. So of course it sounds more pretty and more beautiful than what in Cawthon. And then she says, and then she says something unique. And to the equivalent of Hail Carnage, and smiles and walks away.
Concerning.
She says that in Elvish or in Common.
She says it in Elvish, but the word carnage is easily, you know what I mean? That's what you think she says.
Yeah, like a borrowed word.
Yeah. Do you speak Elvish?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's what you think she says. It sounds very similar to like Hail Carnage. And then she
Riyadh would probably
disappears.
not report that encounter so Artemide, but he would talk about the new tavern with the group.
Alright, we'll go back to the tavern now. Or the Traveler's Fire, I mean. Alright, anything else
Alright.
going on here?
Other than that, Artemide will do her little bit. Before she leaves, she makes sure to hire, and she'll pay 1 silver for a stone cutter or stonemason, 1 silver for the services of a laborer, and 5 silver total for the services of, well, 1 silver for a stonemason, 1 silver for a carpenter, and 5 silver for the services of laborers. And Artemide will have them break down some of the walls that separate the Traveler's Fire from the abandoned building next door. And start making infrastructure that would allow the safe splitting off of the rooms, making sure doors are installed, as well as making sure that that hole to the connected basements is completely covered up. There will be 2 laborers, which will, well, yes, 2 laborers. She'll cover up other things in the basement. Only those 2 laborers will be allowed in the basement of the Traveler's Fire, and will be watched over specifically by Makan in order to make sure they don't do more than their job. And they will be asked to start digging in the basement of the Traveler's Fire downward. Those people will be doing that sort of thing as Artemide does their thing for the day, which is there has been another court summons, another party. Artemide has participated in these before as part of the entertainment and as a safe pick for entertainment for additional parties and different things that happen in court. Artemide has been invited to participate and be employed as not a party goer, but a service at the party.
Yeah, kind of like bring your ladies to the party.
She can be simple entertainment as in talking and whatnot. She's actively working as a courtesan there. Whether people wish for intellectual conversation, for singing, Artemide also does, or for other services. Artemide has been to these parties before, and in general has also known some of the different individuals. I'm not sure if she would specifically encounter one of those individuals that she has as one of the NPCs she knows, or not. That would be up to you.
Who is this you're working for?
This would just be for one of the... I specifically chose the events to be court, for which noble in particular, Darkrest, or if it's for one of the larger ones. This would just be one of the happenings in the larger upper districts and the wealthier districts. For who it's under, this time would be up to you. I just chose the event for the downtime activity.
It's kind of perfectly lines up with what I kind of had planned.
Oh, there we go.
You guys all want to go to a party?
I could see if I could get you an invite, though I personally would not... how to say, I would not be able to give you too much assistance in making connections. I already have a set duty at the party.
I suppose I could go. Networking is always useful.
In particular, I hear that some of the people from the colleges are going to be in attendance. Usually at least a few are, especially some peppy, richer students.
That will be a good use of my afternoon. Plus, you do pay me to do these kind of things. I think. I don't know what you pay me to do, but I do them well.
Negotiations, general busy work, letting me lean in and study what you find, having you get rid of certain things, etc., etc.
Yeah, I'll go along. How about you two? Are you going to come along?
I am, I suppose, still a member of the college, even if I dislike going there myself. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to catch up on what's going on.
Yep.
Welcome back, Sarah.
Look who it is. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, glad to be here. Sad to be on the phone rather than on the PC, but given the situation, this is the best I can do.
It's all good.
It's fine, then.
Lots of
Before
work
we
for you.
do and move along with my sort of thing, then we can go ahead and catch up with your downtime activities and anything you would like to do during your downtime.
Yeah, well, as far as Vern goes, I think he would just continue working. He already has made an impression on at least one potential customer next door, so I think he probably would have been spending his downtime actually just at the Traveler's Fire doing the work, trying to promote the business, making sure that, you know, the word gets around that we keep attracting more and more customers.
I wanted to let you know. I think I sent you the information about what the imp had found, right?
That's the thing. I have no clue what the imp was up to.
Okay.
I just know that he basically did his own shit for whatever that means, and that most likely the warehouse has upped its security afterwards, but maybe some information was learned, but again, no clue what that information is.
Yeah, so here's a quick update. During the quest to find out more about the mysterious shipment, Varian conjured the imp from the Shadow Realm to spy for him. His ogre contact Zug had given him location, a number of a warehouse, 6. During the conjuration, the circle was crafted perfectly, but the binding rite was not as strong. The devious imp was set free without a leash, so who knows what happened. I'm gonna say that Varian does find out, of course, what happened. Maybe that's what has kept him busy for the past couple sessions. The past couple sessions only took place in one night, so it wouldn't be like, you missed a lot. You rolled a 2 on the result, which means that curiosity nibbles back is what it's called. The imp investigates properly, but cannot resist tampering. It opens a barrel just enough to taste or poke around, which is kind of disgusting. He learns about the contents of a barrel, but he brings back something different to you. And I'm gonna whisper that to you just to remind you what he finds in a barrel. And this is at the docks, warehouse 6. This isn't where they were. They were somewhere else, checking on other barrels. The complication that happened was that a worker notices the tampering, and then that security was increased, which makes stealth checks and stuff like that. The target number is a little harder if you guys choose to go. to this warehouse and investigate further. I'm going to whisper to you a little bit more information. Oh, you can't see it. Well, when
I
you...
can go ahead and double check, but during the time that I'm checking, I wouldn't be able to do much.
That's all right. What about Discord? Can you check your Discord messages?
Yes,
Okay.
Discord I can check.
Cool. I'll send the information to your Discord, and then you can RP with that information.
And out of curiosity, once the imp returns and delivers this information, how many crossbow bolts are still left, and did he use any?
He did use some. Roll a d4, and then I'll figure that out. Let's see here. D4.
Just like shot someone's dog on the way out there.
He used one. Only one bolt.
How efficient.
Interesting.
It probably wasn't to kill anybody.
Well, there's always a next time.
Most likely just to hit a lantern or something. Let's do... Yeah, I'll just send you that information. I'll do that for now. So I guess we could do either the warehouse mission or we could go to the party. What would you guys rather do?
We need to go to the warehouse now at this point?
I guess.
Well, we already got paid by
we've
the
already
quest giver.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
true.
It's up to us if we want to learn more about what was his name? The named criminal on the water poster.
Haldor?
Aldor the Unholy.
Yes, and he's the necromancer. Is that correct?
That does seem like something you'd be interested in, Midas.
It's unknown if he is a necromancer or not.
And he could be, a necromancer. But we could go to this party and investigate later. As I'm assuming you've told us that the security has increased. There's no security at this party, so we could always go to the party, enjoy ourselves.
I am the security.
Unfortunately, it's very, how to say, there is security at this party. Do you mean security as in
Security
enemy
that won't
security?
try to attack us.
Well, it depends on how well you dress. If you dress like a rogue, you'll be treated like one.
He kind of billows his robes and his hat. He's like, well,
Yes,
not
as a
rogue.
rogue. Have you spent at least 3 gold pieces on your outfit?
no, this was given to me by my previous master. I do not know how much gold it is worth.
So you're saying it's hand-me-downs?
Yes.
We need to get you properly dressed.
Dignity does not come from clothing, but the way you move.
Dignity comes from clothing when you're at a party full of nobility
Okay.
and rich kids.
So, my end point is, it is up to us. We could go to this warehouse, but I don't see the games.
Well, the gains would be you weren't identified as somebody specifically there. You had cover for your identity at that time, so you would be able to meet somebody of a fellow ilk, I would say. Or if you wished, in order to raid resources, that would also be a possibility. I refrain from doing so, or at least would not go myself, as I wish to respect Riyadh's desire.
Well, are we all splitting up or going to the same place?
It's up to you.
Ah, okay. Well,
I will probably be going to the party. I don't think there's much of a use in us going to the warehouse right now while their guards are up. We should let things settle for a bit before we do anything more with that.
That's a fair point. I'm also going to go to the party. I wish to make some connections to the college. Or the institution.
Pharaoh, I'm going to be working at a very, very high-end party. Mostly for the courts. There's some emissaries coming in from different countries, the usual diplomats, etc. It happens multiple times a year, different locations, depends on who's hosting. Would you like to join, or will you be staying home during that duration?
I'm more than willing to get myself some new clothes for the occasion. And I feel like it is important that we start slowly but surely getting the message out that the Traveler's Fire is more than just a single person.
Delightful. Remember, no rags. Try not to think. She actually pauses and looks to Ryad. I haven't seen you out of armor. This'll be delightful, actually. And for once, our alchemist will be wearing something other than pajamas or a state apron.
I need to go repurchase those. At one point in time, when I was first starting out, I sold some of my robes for an initial investment in what I was doing. I should go and repurchase them.
I have only my uniform.
You know,
We will buy you something else.
It is funny. I think my 3 followers here actually dress better than me at the moment.
Yes, you will not be bringing your followers, by the way. I will say there will almost certainly be some attendees from the church.
Yes. Unfortunate.
Right, is there anything else anyone wishes to do before, other than buying clothes, of course, of which I can assist with?
Well, if you're offering, I would take the assistance.
I think I'll be fine.
I will be assisting you as well. You're the one I least trust in this matter.
Why me?
How to say, your ability to be fashionable I find lacking in comparison to your alchemical talent.
I take that as an insult. I just don't try because it's not worth the effort. At least for me.
And if you don't put in the effort, you don't get better at something. Unable to say I'm wrong. Cute.
Truly a witty reply.
The best reply is to not actually have to reply at all, in my opinion.
But you reply because you care.
No. Because you'll simply keep bothering me until I do.
And that makes you care. Anywho. Right, everybody will be paying for their own clothing, except Artemide will be paying for Ryad's. Ryad's got... Let's look at his character token art. Apply some color theory here. Black hair, I can't see the eye color. Big. So it'll be padded shoulders, suit or vest? Artemide will ask Ryad, suit or vest?
And what is the difference?
Well, I'm not going to get you the suit and the vest. I don't think you'd look good with a vest over or underneath a suit. So suit will be outer layer of clothing over a larger, nicer white shirt, likely with some slightly longer cuffs. A vest will be shorter cuffs covering the torso area, almost shaped like a cuirass, over a said white shirt. Or we could experiment with colors. We could try to get you something more silken as we go to the tanner color of undershirt and then a darker brown for the vest. Or a lighter brown for the shirt and a darker brown for the vest, darker green. And then the pants, we'll look at the different arrangements.
Isaac, what did you do to have somebody fawn over you so much?
It's just a game she's playing. In her mind, she just simply can't accept that there's someone who's not interested in her.
Well, I'm not interested in her. She's not fawning over me.
You're also an old man.
I'm not dead, though.
I
Very
don't
much conscious.
mind.
Well, I deny.
For now.
You see,
Anyway, Ryad, suit or vest?
Make your best judgment.
Vest.
I would say vest as well.
Alright, that's gonna be 4 gold pieces. Ouch. Okay.
hey Rogue.
Yeah.
Since Isaac is technically a member of the is it Thaumaturgical Institute or like Alchemy College? I forgot what the actual location is. Could I get a discount on buying like robes with their insignia?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Do a 30% discount for the cloak and the robes. Robes, yeah.
Cool. And would the robe, because robe is like, it gives a range of like 2 to 24, would be the like actual number? Would it be 24 and then 30% off of that?
Maybe halfway. You can hit the halfway mark and do 20% or 30% off of that.
Okay, so then 20% of 12.
I imagine the highest one is just a pretty luxurious robe.
You know, Virion, I just thought of a better idea. Instead of spending gold, we could always go clean up the city from some riffraff.
Okay, 8 silver, 2 copper, then I need to spend them.
I'm telling you right now, those riffraff will not have anything that would allow you on the property of a noble.
No, I just mean that we should be doing something good for the city. Clearing up the scum of the earth is one way we could do it. Virion and I
as in
both have...
instead of attending the party.
Yes. You can summon, I have my followers. Wait till the dark, go to some well-known drug hideouts and clear it out. It'd be a nice night.
I mean, as tempting as that is, I believe events like these only come around every once in a while, and having the opportunity to make political connections is highly outstripping the value of simply having some fun in the slums. As much as I enjoy the slums, they are limited in the opportunities they provide.
I suppose we can do this another day, cleaning up the riffraff. All right.
Again, I'm more than happy to spend my days whoring, gambling, and engaging in debased combat in the slums. This is exactly why I am actually enjoying my stay here. But again, this is a rare opportunity. I think we should treat it as such.
Okay, come along then. I spend the 4 gold for...
And before we head off, I wanted to borrow Isaac's expertise a bit. Out of curiosity, what did you find in the barrels downstairs?
Like in the actual... Oh, you mean like what we did when we... Okay, yeah. Did we never explain what happened to you?
No, not to him. I don't think. Oh, go ahead.
I'm mostly trying to double check my own findings from myself.
We found bloaters in the barrels, as in the kind of undead that will blow up.
Interesting. And as an alchemist, what is the mixture required to make these bodies bloat?
I'm not the person you'd need to be asking that. That'd be Midas.
Oh, Midas then.
I rolled before to know about bloaters. Sorry. Would that knowledge also consist of how to actually get the concoction necessary to make them, or would that be another roll?
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes. When we were in the downstairs basement, Midas rolled for a knowledge check for the bloaters. Would that knowledge check also cover how to make the mixture for the bloaters, or should that be another roll?
Are you an expert in necromancy? I think you need to be an expert in that. I'm not sure. Let me check.
He needs to be an expert, I think, to raise them, but this is just the knowledge of what is needed for the actual flammability of it. I am basic rank 6.
I think you would know enough about them. Not the complete formula yet, but you would know most of the basic stuff.
Sure, and I think I'd start to tell the basic things, like, it is a very combustible wine that's stewed for a certain amount of time that gets into the body, but I don't know the full makeup of the mixture.
Well, interesting that you say that, mostly because the findings that were made at the warehouse, and this is the important bit, were simply the barrels themselves and a concoction of spirits and dream root. There were no bodies to be found at the warehouse, meaning that whenever the bloaters were introduced, they were sourced locally. The only thing that is being actually shipped is in fact the alchemical regions and spirits, quite possibly the ones that you suggest.
That would make sense. It'd be much easier to do them here than have the security risk of shipping them.
There are so many spare bodies you can find around this place after all, and so many who do not care.
It is a true shame.
Well, I just figured I would deliver this information for making sure that, well, I suppose we already have. You mentioned you already delivered the payment, or the payment has been delivered to you for the information on the barrels already, right?
Yes. We also gave one of the bodies, I believe, to the quest giver. No, it wasn't one of the bodies. It was something else. But we got the payment.
I suppose there's always, room for negotiation of further information. What struck me as interesting was the fact that the warehouse itself seemed to be housing further alchemical goods, as well as interestingly eyed guards. They seem to have glowing eyes and might be, I suspect, undead themselves.
That's interesting.
Well, now I'm certainly interested in the warehouse, but we've already committed to this party.
Yeah, I also believe that this is definitely something that should wait until the suspicions disperse and the threat level returns to normal. It's not like they suspect that their operations have been breached in any major way.
Well, I do believe that they have an idea that there's a little bit of breaching. In fact, we probably should be worried about reprisals, not to us, but the place across the street. We did kill a few, and then we also blew up a few barrels, and also killed some spiders.
Place across the street, you say? Oh, I suppose if the reprisals do come, it could be a very cheap tavern acquisition.
That is true. I would talk more about our devious plans for this warehouse, but we do have a party to go to. How about afterwards we speak of this?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everybody was informed, but I think you're right. This is definitely a problem for another day.
Riot, I'm curious, are you going to be wearing your armor to this party? Have you resisted that, or are you going to be wearing normal clothing?
I have been given normal wear.
Well, I'm sure you'll look amazing, my friend.
I do not want to part with my armor. Like, nothing can be done.
You should get armor that can fit underneath your clothing, like I have.
Just remember that if any of you embarrass me, well, I'm going to say that I trusted you, but not that I particularly believed in your etiquette abilities. If you get tossed, or if you somehow commit a crime by offending a noble because you weren't etiquette-filled enough, that's your problem, not mine.
I do wish to remind you that I did grow up in the wilderness, so I'm not familiar with your etiquette.
Yes, good luck. Try to follow my lead, except when I'm seducing someone.
No, I think Midas should absolutely follow your lead when you're doing that.
I believe in his ability.
I believe people would call me a silver fox.
Honestly, you might be quite popular with some of the students that might wish to spend their time there.
He just like nods to himself, like, yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah,
Rich
I
kids
think
are, how to say, always desiring new experiences.
Yeah. Why don't you just wear
Is it
the
a-
armor and put a nice cloak over the side?
Good idea.
Denied.
She looks at Ardo.
He wears a vest. He's gonna wear a
I-
vest. I've already chosen out his attire. He's going to probably, due to his dark hair, he needs a little bit of, how to say, tertiary colors for similar to it, but other than that, a nice darker yellowish shirt, darker yellowish greenish shirt, and then a much darker hue of that is a vest over the top. And then, as for bottoms, we can choose between 3 different shades for the pants. I've also
Oh,
picked out a proper
purple.
pair of shoes for him.
Purple is always the way to go.
Purple might insult the nobility. It's quite hard to find purple. And usually the only ones who are rich enough or wealthy enough to own purple clothing are nobility.
And a question before we actually leave to go to the party. My undead, if I give them a general order of just, serve drinks, are they cognizant enough to do that? Or is it more like I kind of have to be around to say, hey, pour a drink, go back?
Yeah, that might be too difficult for him.
Okay, I think they'll just go to the basement. If I'll offer to have them guard the workers that are clearing out the basement.
Currently the only people who the location or the existence of the basement is shared with is Mon-Con, and those 2 laborers that are not gonna live very long. So...
Oh, then the undead will just hang out in his room. They're like standing in a triangle, looking at each other in his room.
They can also be kept in barrels if you so desire.
I pay for a room, so I might as well use it once in a while.
Makan looks Riot up and down, and then says, "So handsome," with a completely straight face, and notices he's totally uncomfortable in the outfit. Makan leaves to go back and guard the basement again.
Oh, I hope there are no hard feelings between us, by the way.
Hard feelings.
Yes, I brought somebody over for some experiments. You kicked me out. I left. I just wanted to make sure that we were fine.
Everything is fine. Worry
Wonderful.
not.
The time when he was trying to kill someone inside the fire to turn them into fucking undead.
He will never admit to anything.
She leaves. Alright, you guys going to the party then?
Yeah.
I'll introduce you to Sadie after.
Introduce us to who?
Sadie. But that'll be after.
Right, of course it would be.
So to fill everybody in, this invitation is at a location across the Emerald Canal.
It takes literally just a day to travel. Or almost an entire day to get there. You prepare, you spend almost an entire day traveling, and you get somewhere to rest before the party.
The Salt Crown in that district there. So you'll have to go over a bridge basically, and you'll be there.
I haven't
I
been
will
here in
pay
a while.
for a carriage. It's the only way we're going to get there on time.
Have you been to the Salt Crown before?
Riyadh for his horse.
Specifically, Artemide has, for the duration that Artemide's been here, she's attended and acted as entertainment for multiple different parties. So, she would have been a courtesan probably at the Salted Crown before. I would assume. She will say to the girl before she leaves, make sure Raya doesn't get taken up by any other girls. And she'll give her a pat on the head as they leave. And then she will tell Ryad, I've decided to not put her to work in the brothel and instead have her do maintenance work. You're welcome.
Her fate is not of my concern.
She gives you that face. You know the specific face after you say that. It's the shorebud face, but also mildly entertained.
He dropped him the call just as he said, okay. It's like he left.
It was Pharaoh disappearing.
That's Pharaoh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He's probably having some phone issues.
Okay, who is all coming to the party? Is it everybody?
Yep.
Okay, good. That makes it easier.
Rogue, like, wiping the sweat off his brow that the party's not splitting up.
That's good. That makes me ganky. Alright. Which is Japanese for ganky.
I see.
Oh, I always
Nice
thought it was
reference.
funny, for because when you see somebody in Japan, you go, "Genki desu, Genki, Genki, Genki." And it was like, "Okay, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay." Or good, or whatever.
Sure.
That's fine.
You good?
Yeah, Konichi, what's up, man?
You good? I'm good. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Genki, Genki, Genki.
The real natives, when you meet somebody, you're just like, and then you just walk away. Just hiss each other.
Ah, right, of course. The real natives, the fucking snake people.
Just bow your head, hiss, and keep walking.
The Zarathi. That's how they do it in Zarathi land. Alright, who wants to roll the magical dice? The D100 of Doom.
I think I should do it because I clearly have a great track history with getting stuff.
I mean,
come on.
5 for
What's the
5
worst
on
that could happen?
hitting 30% this session.
Yeah, see, you've clearly definitely used your luck and you're not on a hot streak. I, the one who's failed to get like an event for like the past 10 rolls, should be the one who rolls it.
Artemide is in her fanciest attire. I've blown over 8 gold pieces on this clothing. Artemide's perfumed up, makeuped up,
Oh, what a shame, I was one off.
luxurious. One off of an event. That's... Well, you know, considering that I am dressed to the 10s and possibly the 11s, I'm rather happy with this result.
Isaac finally looks like his actual picture there.
You know, as your role, isn't your job to undress? What's the point of having a nice dress?
This guy doesn't get it. Even I get it.
Because you have the opportunity to strip it off with your own hand.
This city's culture is still strange to me.
Maybe you should try it.
No, thank you. I prefer the corpses.
But that's just because you haven't tried it. That's a thing for
Also,
later.
do you mean to say that you prefer them in that context? Because I don't think that answer is very flattering to your character.
What contest? I mean, I'm stripping the bodies. What do you mean?
The attendees of this party are going to be stripping Artemide.
It's fine. Anyways, though I will say that if he wasn't, how? No, I will refrain. Perhaps that's a little bit too ill humor.
So you do know how to draw the line.
I do believe
do,
there is
I
an
just draw
ancient
graph
saying
at the
in,
time.
I believe it might have been Dwarven or Elven. Game is game.
I don't understand that one.
And you're better off not. Now,
So you have to remove the 3 gold pieces here. And then the silver. And there we go. And then carriage. I have to look up the carriage prices, right? For...
anyone of specific importance you know is going to be there.
She will give a smile. I know quite a few people of specific importance. Who are you searching for specifically?
I'm not searching for anyone specifically, I'm just wondering if I know any of them. It would be a little bit awkward to show my face.
Are you familiar with people at the... any magical institute nearby?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the principal of the nearby magical institute?
I think I did have to meet him once.
If it's once, he will not remember your face. He's had thousands of students. Well, with his age, he's had thousands of students.
Perhaps.
Other than that possibility, a head teacher, mostly rich, wealthy, young folk who need to build connections with the city nobility of Darkrest in order to secure their future job positions.
Then I suppose things will work out in my favor.
I'm not too sure. Merchants Guild contacts, higher up Merchants Guild contacts. I still need to discuss later with the merchant about buying new slaves for our expansion. I'm not sure about the Alchemy Guild. They usually keep to their self, and the nobles keep to their selves, and they don't expose each other's illegal doings.
I am aware.
All right. Did you get a carriage? Is that what you said?
Yes, the renting of one. I have to find prices for that again in the main book.
Nice. All right. Well,
It's to prevent walking and all of this, which
Yeah.
she would not be able to do.
Uh,
I would put exhaustion levels for walking most of the day at high heels.
Yeah, carriage is page 366.
366. I was looking 365. Thank you. Yeah, it is carriage. Well, that's just
It doesn't
the
say
purchase
how
price.
much. Yeah, that's the purchase price. It doesn't say how much to rent.
I'll say it's the price of a Teamster, since Teamster is transport with wagon.
That would make sense.
Alright, I'll pay 4 silver pieces for the travel, and then I will pay for our stay as an additional... We'll stay in a good part, so that will be an additional 5 silver. And I am coughing up money like I cough up blood.
I do need to get with you about some coin that you'll be making soon. So, your rider approaches, and a dark-skinned human. He takes his hood off as he approaches, and he says, "Artemide."
Yes, that is I.
And he kind of steps off the side of the carriage and goes to he offers his hand. And he says, "My lady, I'm here to pick up you and your people."
Much appreciated. Artemide will go ahead and take the hand that is offered.
"'Tis a lovely night. I'll make sure you arrive on time."
God, why do you have
It's
to say
all
that?
I ask.
Are you taking any girls with you? Or is it just you at the party?
None of them are high class enough. Artemide would not trust any of them to attend a party like this and not sully her favor with nobility. Or diplomats or just anyone else.
Nice.
You have yet to
Artemide
train
is
any
in-
high-class courtesans.
Yeah, there are high-class courtesans. She's got one high-class courtesan, but even then, Artemide, when she was originally starting out and attending these parties, and she'll explain it, as well along the carriage ride, Artemide was lucky to get into these in the first place. You have to be at least of Artemide's caliber in order to be working there, and though her employee is a high-class courtesan, they are no expert.
I suppose that
They know
makes
how to
sense.
play instruments, they know how to seduce, they know to have intellectual conversation, but they are not what a noble can pay for. Well, a noble can pay for them, but would dismiss them out of disinterest.
Is it the pedigree that's lacking?
Amongst other things. I have another courtesan that is in training, but they are also in training. I will make sure that they're qualified one day. Virion can do his own contacts, but will not be representing the Traveler's Fire while there. All of you can do connections. Riyadh can still, though in garb, be protection duty. Isaac as a connection to the alchemical guilds. You would be accepted purely off scholarly, right? And the Silver Fox here, well, hopefully he brings enough intrigue to the table that people will overlook the fact that they do not recognize him.
I am myself. That is all I need.
But yes, keep in mind to keep your etiquette, and if you don't know how to use your etiquette, then do not speak at all would be my advice. Accidentally insulting a noble in this town is a death sentence, legally or illegally.
The trip across town to the Salt District doesn't take much time at all, actually, with the trip, with the carriage ride. You guys go over the bridge. The scene looks pretty much like this image here, with the city you're riding through, kind of inside of a giant cave like this, and you can see the moon out there over the waters. That's the Shadow Sea out there outside the cave, but in here is the Emerald Bay. And up there is kind of the high district, the rich district, the higher you go up. You guys make your way across, and put you guys on this map here.
Artemide would just look at the view with a pleasurable expression. It would be nice, you know, to look at this view all the time. Maybe even own the view.
That might be asking a bit much, but I believe you'll probably end up being able to make it here one day.
It is a shame.
I'm not
that
so
no
sure
one can-
about that.
You will make it, I'm sure.
Perhaps. Oh, Artemide is bringing her boa, but the boa is used more so as a design piece and a green tertiary color to her main primary and secondary colors that she is wearing. It is more so a set piece that brings intrigue rather than anything else. The boa stays strictly to her body. Yeah.
Any more RP on the carriage ride there? Anybody need that?
No, besides Isaac just kind of staying out of the moonlight. Nothing else.
10% chance of Rayad gets car sick.
What?
Frick.
That you would be a terrible knight.
No, he's used to riding horses, not riding a carriage. It's like I get car sick as a passenger, but when I drive, I'm fine.
Hey, you can't. You're not in control, so.
That's
Can't
right.
you?
You find out that the driver's name is Delone, and he, as he pulls up, he says, "I will be waiting out here with the rest of the drivers. Please enjoy yourself this evening."
Delone, you've been an absolute delight. If needed and my companions need to leave, absolutely allow them to do so. Depending on how this night goes, I will not be leaving tonight. She'll begin to slowly step off.
Yeah, he helps people out, especially the lady, and then he nods to everybody as you guys get out. You see the estate that you guys pull up at. Does everybody see this on the map? Everybody except
Yes.
Viridian, of course. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll do it on my.
I can see everything.
I've
See.
managed to resurrect my computer over the course of the past
Oh.
hour.
Yippee!
Yeah, see, you see it. You're there. You do see the estate is like 3 stories high, and you can see in the windows. You can see while you're outside, walking up to the kind of steps. There's 2 guards at the front with spears, and they're red guards, of course. They wear the red cloaks and gold symbols. The symbol looks similar to a symbol that I have somewhere in here. Maybe not.
Just to confirm, which noble in Darkrest is this for?
This is for Senator Vale. This is Senator Vale's estate.
Oh,
Oh, they use the Senate system here.
yes, it's much easier to pay your way into a system like that.
Vale. Who is a woman, and maybe you've met her before, seen her at least. She's Artemide specifically. I don't know if anybody else. You can if you want to. If you kind of mingle with higher ups or have ever been to a party of the higher ups, Artemide, of course, would have. Senator Vale has red hair and is a kind of weak-looking, pale woman, but she's rich and kind of mean to people. As you walk up the steps, the guards look to you guys. What do you guys look like, just as you're walking up there? Midas and Artemide, you guys can go first.
Artemide is in full attire, other than jewelry, a fur collar, and generally not fully revealing clothing. It is semi-revealing, but it does seem to be piecemeal clothing in terms of things that you could take off bit by bit rather than one single large dress. Other than the heels as well, and the bracelets and the makeup, she also seems to have a boa that crawls around and is hanging around her shoulders, almost like a drape would. And by the time when she's digging up, or as she's walking up the stairs, she's digging through her clothing. Well, not digging, probably has like one or two fingers going through her clothing before pulling out an envelope. Her hair is out, probably a little bit out to the sides, but most of it, the longer hair, is back in a bun. Alright, let me go ahead and roll for this.
And Midas, he's wearing the same hat he always does. So it's pretty long, floopy, it almost covers his eyes. The bottom half is what's changed. His beard is neat as always, nice and long with two braids coming down. His robe, though, is long, given he's quite tall. He's about 6'2", but very lanky. It has gold and like dark blue on the robe, and probably a necklace he has. It's from the wilderness, so it's like bones probably. And he's, as always, using his cane as a walking stick.
Nice.
But he does move with a grace. It's not like it's a feeble kind of walking. It's more like a noble kind of movement.
Right. The guard welcomes you as he takes the invitation. My lady, welcome to Senator Vale's estate.
But of course, she seems to pause for a moment. Varkas. And she looks over to the other side. Riley. It's a bit hard to see with the helmet.
He kind of shifts uncomfortably and says, my lady. And they kind of giggle between each other.
She'll chuck. She'll give a little bit of a giggle as well, but does the thing where she hides the mouth with her fan and begins to step in. Ta-ta.
Varian. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we'll do Varian first.
He went with more of a simple but still noble attire with a purple silken shirt and a black vest combination. And he is casually observing the place for the first time, but doesn't look like he's looking at this as if this is the first noble manor that he has seen. He's mostly trying to place and rank this in his mind comparatively to his family's place. I think he would try and make a showing as he enters, mostly just trying to scan the place for, trying to parse out who's the help and who's the people actually in charge.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say who's the help and who's the people that actually matter, and I was like, dang.
Burn.
Isaac is wearing the robes of the it's slipping my mind if it's the Alchemy College, right?
The Thaumaturgical Institute.
Yeah, okay. He's wearing the robes of the Thaumaturgical Institute. He has his hood up. He's wearing leather gloves that go into his robes and leather boots. And even inside the robe, he has a veil a silk veil that does obscure his features for the most part. But that, I suppose, does just work to make him look a little bit more like a mage. He has the mystique of one.
Nice. What about Ryan?
If Artemide wants to discuss her handiwork, she can. But wherein what Artemide designed for him, his expression, he's kind of stoic with a slight glare. I think it's clear at a glance that he's not in his element, as he's kind of just copying his companions.
Artemide had decided on a shirt that's probably a half size too small for you. Probably with a bigger collar, so as to allow for not as much strangulation, but the shirt is definitely hugging your musculature on purpose. It seems to be a darker color. Again, that darker yellowish green that is hued out by a much darker vest of the same shade, maybe additional green. The pants seem to be not your standard slacks. They're a little bit more free-form, not any riffles or anything, but at the bottom there's the seam fold. And it's of a also darker color. The shoes are not pointed. They're the kinds that cut off and are square at the top, and then round out near the heel. There's no bow tie or anything else. It's a loose collar, and it's made sure that the top button, if there is a button, is unpopped, so as to look a little bit more casual despite a stern expression, while still maintaining an air of spending money on the outfit. Don't try to take too many people home tonight.
I think only you have to worry about that.
When you walk,
Yes, unfortunately, I don't think you have the... not to insult you... charisma, the ability to exert your sense of self on others very well.
Right, of course. Totally.
I thought that was pretty accurate, but alright.
Me staring at a 20 charisma.
And yet not using any of it appropriately.
I don't need to.
You have the capacity, it does not mean the ability. Automede's gonna immediately pick up a drink from one of the help. Automede seems to be scanning the party for somebody in particular to see if they can find them before simply engaging as part of the entertainment.
Yeah, as you walk in, you can see the party. The whole main floor is covered in. There's some bards in the northern area of the floor, playing music, and there is the floor is covered in people. Kind of, there's a couple of people dancing, but not really too many. Most people are just having conversation, enjoying like little treats. There's a lot of scholarly types, and you also see a lot of maybe visitors from distant lands. There's some Denites from the desert lands, Razundanal, and there's people from the Sira, which are like kind of like descendants of India, you know. So you see people from all over different lands. Most of them look human, Velvan, and some Batagi. So you don't see many like Mentep or Ratkin or anything like that. You notice a couple of dwarfs and stuff like that, but yeah, for the most part, humans, half-elves, the more humanoid type races.
Automede looks around for a bit, maybe even slightly hopeful, and then just shifts to a more neutral political expression as she doesn't seem to be finding the individual she was looking for.
You seem disappointed.
Different people from Sarah today. Oh well, it's fine. Automede looks over to one of the help, and after taking one of the drinks for herself, also begins taking the tray. I'm going to be serving some of the main hosts of the party for a little bit. In the meantime, be charming. And Automede will go off to do something, allowing the other people to interact with some of the party guests in the meantime.
You also see the huge stairs that go up. There's statues from distant lands, and there's like expensive pottery and things like that. Art on the walls. What are you guys doing? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to mingle with, or what room would you like to check out?
Automede's gonna immediately pull Midas back the moment he tries to enter that room. Not uninvited. You see that lady over there? She says as she slowly guides Midas over this way, and she's going to sort of gesture towards the lady over here. That's the host of the party. Enter the uninvited, and just get ready for the guillotine.
It's funny too, Midas, as you are starting to enter that room, there's a heavily armored guard or something that seems to like step towards you. But Automede grabs you like just in time, and then you can see him kind of relax a bit and then step back into the corner.
Automede gives him a wink and blows him a small kiss.
I thought I was invited here. Well, I guess you were invited. I was brought. But
Automede chuckles. Politics, Midas. Politics.
And I guess now's it. GM, I whispered something to you. Maybe you need to make a roll now for the thing I talked about.
Oh, I might. I'm a little confused actually.
He basically dislikes anybody in a leadership position, but he's going to try to hide it. So, maybe-
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
you could do maybe a willpower check. Does that sound right?
Yeah, sure.
To kind of hold that hatred in.
Let's see. How do you do the willpower check?
You'll go up to attributes,
Yeah.
And-
Oh, right.
and yeah, willpower's down there.
I do have, what is it, cold-blooded, I think. I don't know if that hinders my deception.
Yeah, that might hinder it a bit.
When it comes to persuading, charming, or comforting a character. Okay, so it doesn't say about deception.
Okay.
So, and just a normal check.
That's a basic success. What's your severity of your hatred? Do you have a severity at all, or?
He doesn't hate them, he just thinks that he would do better, and that he looks down on them, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What?
up to you how you want to play it. I would say it's a success then.
Sure. He smiles and says, oh, well, you know power. These people are always doing their little power games in the corner. I'll go speak to other people. Have a nice evening.
Sounds wonderful, dear. Oh, tell me if you meet somebody. They have tattoos, face markings, build of a warrior, maybe a little bit more in a leaf body.
That sounds like maybe a few people here, but well,
Darker skin, dark hair.
Yeah, sure.
Some of the markings are yellow in nature. Thank you.
Then Midas is just going to go and find, the most important person, looking, and just talk to them.
Yeah, before you walk off, that dwarf that's next to you, he's leaning up against the wall, and he's got a mug in his hand. He says, "Aye, that's the senator's room. I think they're about to have dinner. Don't want to go in there, my friend."
Apparently not. I'm new to this kind of party. You live and learn, I suppose, even at my old age.
They might want to eat your flesh. He gets all weird when he says that, and goes back to his drink.
Could I make is there an insight check to see if he's serious? Like, oh, they might do something like that, or, trying to get what he means from that?
Yeah, do you have observation, or you could do
No, I think that'd just be basic.
you could do
charisma.
perception or charisma, yeah.
I think I'm better at charisma. Is cold-blooded, does that hurt perception? I don't think so. I think it's just persuasion. Yeah, it's just 6.
Yeah. Hard to tell what he's talking about.
He's like, okay, well, that's weird. And he can go off.
Starting to mingle.
I think Artemide already kind of knows exactly what he's talking about.
Alright, who else? What's everybody doing?
Isaac's beelining it to the Thaumaturgical Institute people.
Okay. You definitely notice, like this guy. It seems like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, it seems like, he has the makings of somebody that might be from the Thaumaturgical Institute, or this guy here. You can see several of them talking over in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, Isaac knows his place. He's gonna go talk to his people while taking a long ways away around the windows. So you'll just like and you'll finally make it over.
This one looks over towards you. Are you cloaked or something? Are you hooded or anything? Or do you take
He would take his hood off inside. But he does still have his veil on.
He looks over at you and he says, he has a drink in his hand as well. Hello. Did you arrive here with that beautiful creature?
Yes, I suppose she's an acquaintance of mine. Always the center of attention, she is.
I can see why. You
But-
you can smell the alcohol on him.
Yeah, I could tell. But Isaac will kind of... He'll ignore that bit, you know. How has the Institute been lately? It's been a little difficult to make the trip there myself in recent days.
Always looking for money. In
Of
fact,
course.
that's what I came here for anyway.
Oh, do you have a proposal towards the senator? Looking for a research grant of some sort?
Yes. He always needs more funding, and it seems that coin is always flowing towards the church these days.
Yes, those Order of Scion individuals are making their presence be truly reviled. Ugh.
Yes.
Do they not understand whose territory this is?
You know they're going to save the world, right?
Oh, of course they are. Them and all of their, how should I say, them and their poor suckers who listen to their dumb ideals save the world.
I swear they have one on every street corner pushing. The end is nigh. The end is nigh.
Of course they are. They don't know better. They simply buy into that religious dogma. They never do the due diligence us scholarly folk do and actually learn what's going on.
Yes. I am actually excited about the coming convergence, and they're making it out to be a doomsday prophecy.
Of course they are. If they don't make it out to be a doomsday prophecy, how will they trick people into following them and giving them their money?
What is your name, sir?
Isaac. It's been a little bit since I've been to the Institute. I don't get out much these days. You know how it is. Studying is a little bit more interesting.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. My name is Donovan.
A pleasure indeed, Donovan. Might I ask what you do at the Institute? Are you a researcher, a professor?
Yes, right now I'm working with the scribes, mostly doing transcription work. What do you do?
What? I'm an alchemist.
Oh, fantastic. You should come down to the Institute.
Perhaps I'll visit one of these days, but what are you pitching towards the senator, if you don't mind me asking?
We just need more coin for supplies.
You never have enough of it.
Yes, it seems that the docks, the warehouses are all taken up lately.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, there's no room for us. I want
Do
to
you
see.
know by who?
I am not sure. I would like to know, but it seems all hush hush.
Of course, the intrigue. People just can't get enough of it.
Indeed, especially around here. So he keeps talking about that, and let's go to Rad. Where you want to go?
Well, he steps in the door and he's gonna kind of scan the entire party, habitually looking for weapons and stuff, and then find himself gravitating towards maybe this opposite window from the other guard and just staying near the wall out of the way.
He's gonna chill right there. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
a perception check or observation if you have that, since you're actively scanning. Yeah. You know you're at a party, that's for sure. And there are people here. Yeah, you don't notice anything unusual yet. So you stand there, and I will say you do get some looks from this one here. She's standing with, I guess it's her bodyguard, or you would think it might be her bodyguard. It doesn't look to be like her lover or her, or anything like that. Or he's just kind of standing and watching her. Varian, do you walk up to her? You might be muted. Are you muted? Or are you not there?
1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Varian would try and first just do a quick scan to see how many nobles are currently in attendance, and then trying to basically do subtle hints. Like, he wouldn't directly approach anyone specifically, but he would basically try to gauge interest to see which one of them might be worth his efforts for the evening.
Yeah. Go ahead and do a perception or observation. Riot, can you do an allure check as well? Yeah. No successes on any of those rolls.
I think if Varian doesn't see any clear indicators, he's probably just gonna go for the obvious one, which is to him the one that was mentioned by the guards, the new delegation that has arrived from far off lands, and he's gonna go and try and make his move to the one next to the bodyguard.
Yeah, the Siren woman. Yeah, you can see as you approach her, she's like looking off in Ryad's direction, and then she looks over at you and smiles. Go
And
ahead.
Varian will return that smile. And out of curiosity, would this be a straight allure roll, or can he utilize the seduction skill?
Do an allure roll first. No, actually, go ahead and do the seduction roll.
All right.
Because you caught her
I
by
think he'll.
surprise.
Let's see. Worth using all of his powers on this one. I might as well. I mean, he came here for this specific purpose, so
You're burning the
he doesn't
social
really
point.
see a reason not to. Let me go ahead and burn that one frenzy, burn his driven, and throw in his social pool.
Nice. Oh, damn. He's going all in. He's got the cologne
I
on
can't
and
wait.
everything.
I can't wait for him to roll 3 ones.
I mean, it could happen. It's the dice.
Nice. There's your target number. Well, 8 is the target number. Because she's the defender.
A 35 might beat 8.
Yes. Looks like that 4 blew up several times. Alright, what does he say when he walks up? She smiles immediately.
I think he probably makes some line about the beauty of the night sky paling in comparison to her skin.
She immediately says, such sweet words. She says, fancy a dance with me.
Of course.
And she nods to the guy next to her, and he kind of just steps back over here. And she starts to dance with you on the floor, and carry on some conversation with you. She's like, so what brings you here?
Crest holds my interest for the moment, but mostly family business. I'm sure you understand.
Family business? And what kind of business is your family in?
Oh, I'm not sure if you might have heard. They have made a reputation for themselves. It is the business of... Well, I like to try and distance myself from that sort of thing, but it is the business of battle.
Oh, I see.
My father, Volan Valerius Baxdeorum, is known as Shadow Slice in his circles. Is a renowned master of the blade, so much so that it has earned him a ticket to the firmament of Darkrest. I have, shall we say, had my differences and chosen a path beyond his shadow.
She is,
Card.
she seems like suddenly intrigued, and, she says, so what are you doing here? You're searching for power or money?
Well, allow me to correct you on that first front. I am no longer searching. I believe that I have found all that I was looking for this entirety of the evening. However, while power is an always ever-present allure, I'm always interested in what options the world has to offer. See, while I will not deny that the path of the martial artist has a degree of power, I believe it is the arcane arts that hold the most allure in my eyes.
She smiles, she says, it is flattering of you to say this, but the man who owns me is in the other room having dinner with the senator.
Oh, interesting. And who might that be?
His name is Gregor. Sir Gregor.
Oh, perhaps, since we have the time, you wouldn't mind telling me a little bit about this Gregor fellow. What is he here to do?
He is a knight of the order.
Ooh.
My name is Anissa.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Varian.
She offers like a hand as you're dancing. Pleasure is all mine.
And
This,
out of curiosity, which order would that be?
the Order of Sion, of course.
Ah, yes.
He is one of their Templars.
That explains a few things about the position of the clergy in the city. I take it he has the favor of the senator.
He does. Yes. He thinks he does, maybe. I'm not sure if he is as well liked as he would wish to be.
Oh, and why do you think that? Does he have any character traits that perhaps make him unlikable?
He has many, but I think he just seeks the power from the senator, the power that she could give to him.
What unlikable traits does he have, being part of the Order?
Being part of the Order, yep.
She looks around and she says, "Maybe I say too much."
Oh, not at all. You can say whatever you wish to me. It stays between us. I can keep a secret.
But then if he walks out and sees me dancing with you, he might not be so happy.
Oh, they just began they just began their dinner, and judging by his stature, well, I imagine he is a big eater.
Yes, he is.
Besides, you look like you could use the break. Why not vent and tell me of all your troubles for the evening, while we have this moment?
She says, "So, all of the lovely ladies here, and you come to choose me, huh?"
What can I say? I have a particularly keen eye for the unique and the beautiful.
She smiles, and you can tell Varian and her dancing on the floor. She's like pretty raptured and wrapped up in him. Artemide, what are you doing? Are you muted?
Sorry, yes, I was.
Okay, what are you doing?
But I mean, after sending Midas off and seeing other people reacting and moving around, Artemide had already taken one of the trays with a pitcher and some of the drinks from the help and begins to move into this room, mostly with the purpose of looking around for empty drink containers and filling them up. Empty glasses she would bow down next to the person and offer the pitcher to, in which she will pour for them if they desire, or if they dismiss her. Artemide does not speak unless told to speak.
Around the party, you can hear that they're talking about some orphanage right when you get in there. And
Artemide will keenly listen in that case as that happens.
yeah, they start talking about this orphanage that's near St. Andros Cathedral. Let me
St. Andrew's Cathedral.
type this in here.
Would this be something I heard of before? I've got one person who's a cleric that's in the town. They are part of, specifically, they're a worshiper of Beagard. I'm not sure if this would be something important enough that it would have gotten mentioned before, or not.
Who is that? That is the worshiper of Beagard?
Nethella. It is a very close, individual. And is actually one of the people that I rolled 100 on, natural 100, for affection. So Zaskai has been with them for a very long time, or for a long time of their duration within Dark Rest. there's no specific church that they are within specifically at Darkrest. They're a specific worshiper, but there's no set location for their church, from what I can tell that we've done currently.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Alright. Ooh!
Nice. Nice. I'm going to say that you have Sister Gail's orphanage over by St. Andrew's Cathedral. I'll say that you've heard of it because,
Sister Gales, okay.
yeah, it was, we'll say it's under the Beogard's, the god Beogard's watch, but now they're talking about purchasing it and the Order of Zion owning it. And that's what the conversation is. You can see some of the nobles that are in here. They've got the food on the trays and everything, and this guy immediately sees Artemide, and his eyes get transfixed on you. This is one of the younger nobles. This guy here looks like a Templar. Obviously, probably the knight that they were talking about.
Artemide gives a pleasant smile to the Templar and will be staying or trying to stay physically away or distanced physically away from the Templar while she begins pouring drinks, and also offers the captain a drink, mostly out of civility, but knows that the captain will absolutely not take it while on shift.
Yeah. He nods to you. One of the help comes over to you, and she says, "It's Miss Artemide. Is that what your name is?"
Yes, it's a pleasure, Miss.
Name is Ghana.
Garner.
She says, you wouldn't happen to do fire breathing by any chance, would you?
It's one of the things I'm brought in for.
She says, there is about to be a toast in the main ballroom to dinner. If you could entertain some of the guests during this toast, it would be most appreciated.
But of course.
She looks you up and down, and she walks back over there in the other room.
And Artemide is going to, after making sure everyone's cups are filled, trying to, again, stay a bit distanced from the Templar, is going to stand back to one of the windows and become a, though pretty wallflower nonetheless, not interrupt any conversation, act exactly as a servant would, and will not speak unless spoken to.
This one over here can't take his eyes off of you and kind of waves you over to him. Can you make an allure check just for the hell of it?
Yes. Would you like me to use seduction?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Alright. This is my crazy high skill. Yeah, it's 34.
Alright. I'm just gonna say, to speed things up here, you learn that this guy's name is Lord Edwin Gain.
Lord.
And he wants you all over him, basically. Even at the table while he's sitting there. Nobody else seems to mind either.
But of course, it's a normal noble civility. It would be strange if multiple nobles were doing it, but a lesser born person, well, person's a strong word, what they would be using to refer to us, does not count.
He immediately puts a Mertaculum coin in your, like in your bra or wherever you have a place to hold it, you know, that's,
She's going to start massaging his shoulders in the back as the conversation begins to happen and continues to occur.
what you find
Only
out.
time that she would separate herself from the Lord would be if somebody specifically requests a drink.
Yeah, as the talking goes on, it gets pretty dark, and we'll get back to that in just a minute. Where is Midas? Where does he go to?
Midas is walking around, kind of just seeing who would be most beneficial to him, honestly. Whoever's most powerful looking. He doesn't really have any clear emotions towards any of these people, so just seeing it as an opportunity.
Okay, Midas, go ahead and do a perception check, unless you have observation
Sure. Unfortunately, he does not.
or listening.
Unfortunately, he does not have that either. He's a narrow... one.
I want to say you bump in to this guy. And he turns around. Oh! Some
Hello.
old robed guy. He's
You.
probably the worst dressed guy here. And he says, "Oh, excuse me, fellow. Another graybeard. Pleasure to see you."
Indeed, it's nice to see you as well. My name is Midas. Who may you be?
Two bumbling old men.
Yeah, Midas like, well, alright, I guess I'm talking to this guy for a minute.
He says, it's quite loud here in front of the bards. He says, do you work here?
No, I am one of the guests.
Ah, I see. You're not, a priest, are you?
No, I'm not a priest. I'm not one for God myself.
Good, good. Have you seen upstairs the magnificent device that they have uncovered?
I have not. They've uncovered a device. I'm new to this city. Do tell.
It seems like it was transported. Last year, they said, from Tanglepest, some massive device, like a spyglass that looks into the stars.
It's quite unsafe outside this city. I'm surprised they were able to get it back.
He says, come this way. I'll show you.
Midas, for a moment, thinks like, I don't know if I'm going to follow this guy. And then he's like, I don't have anything else to do, so sure, why not?
And
Does Midas going to look to see if the guards react in any particular way to this old man? They like, oh, he's just one of the guests, or if it's something different.
they seem kind of fine with it. People are going up and down the stairs anyway, and
Okay.
you notice upstairs there's actually guests around the whole stair, the whole walkway around on the second floor. So you can see these big chandelier up there with candles and once you get upstairs, I'm not going to jump you guys over to that map yet, but you do see there's an observatory on the second floor with the big domed windows, and you could see it's like a it is like a huge spyglass that looks up. It's a telescope that looks up into this, into the sky. And he points to it and he says, there is another party coming up during the convergence. They will be unveiling this magical device. It'll be amazing. You should come here. Are you already invited?
I don't believe I'm invited myself, but I'm sure I can haggle my way in.
Yes. Oh, of course. Here. I will invite you then.
How kind.
He says, I will make sure that you come to the party. In particular, you can bring a few friends if you like.
I appreciate that very much. I'll definitely have to come along. I am usually quite busy with research, but I'm sure I can make some time.
What was that you said?
What part? The whole part? Midas smiles.
He says, yeah, never mind. I'll get you something to drink then. And then he immediately leaves. Like he totally forgot what you were talking about. And he walks off.
For a moment, I'm like, is he going to come back? I'm like, he doesn't. I don't know if he's going to come back.
You thought for a second he was going to give you something. He was reaching into his shoulder bag.
That was quite a strange man. I'm like looking around, finally, like, well, I better find somebody else to speak to. That was an interesting occasion.
While you're up there, make a new perception check. Let's see if you succeed.
Let's hope I don't get a 1. Hey,
made it. Alright, I'm going to show you something if I can find it. There is a symbol that you notice on one of the guests that passes by. And you're like, that's a weird symbol. And then you notice it on another one. And the one was on a woman, on a woman that passed by, and it was on her wrist. And then you notice another one on another woman that passes by, and she looks like she might be like maybe a significant other or a slave to somebody. This woman here, and you can see she's being led by this guy here who looks like a nobleman. And this woman here is wearing some dark clothes. They come downstairs basically, and she has the symbol on her wrist. And then this man starts to talk to this guy here as she's like standing there just with her drink leaning on the pole there. See if I can find that symbol for you.
I think Midas will come over and lean on his cane, both hands on top. Quite the event that's going on here.
She looks over at you. Can you make an allure check?
Sure, I'm sure it won't be good, but let's see if this old man's got it.
She got the game.
And that's -2, I think, too. Just cool.
Crazy.
Okay. That's alright
Old man
then.
If you
does
use
not have
Fury, you
game.
can add your or Frenzy, you can add your social pool if you'd like.
Yeah, I might do that. Plus, I could use my driven since it's getting late, anyways. So I want to make it. Yeah, sure. You know what? I will use a frenzy to add my social die. 0. My social die is
D6.
D6, and that's 1. Okay. And then also, I think it's a D4 for driven. Make sure. Yes, D4. So D6 and D4. Okay, 1 and 4. So
8 is much better than
there
a
you
4.
go. Well, I had -2, so it's 6.
Still beats the 5, which is the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. The symbol. The symbol looks like this. This weird symbol on the arm.
Fuck.
Oh my!
And would Midas recognize the symbol at all? He's new to the city, basically most things, so I'm not sure. But unless it's come across his studies.
Do you have like heraldry or you can default to intelligence, but you can also, if you have a skill maybe that could help out, like theology or any lores or anything like that.
What about thaumaturgy? Would that work? If it's something magic related?
You could roll it. It's intelligence based.
Sure, I'll do that.
I'll just raise the target number because it doesn't really have to do with that. So
Then maybe it's better if I just do flat intelligence then. I'm not sure what. I only have level 1 in thaumaturgy, so that's 2d10. If
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
roll traits, intelligence, which one's better? Not sure.
your thaumaturgy, it will be better than your intelligence roll by
Okay,
at
thank you.
least one step.
Alright, let's see it. Can't use any skills. Okay, just this.
Okay, cool.
13.
Actually, that lands right on the target number.
Nice.
This symbol, and it probably makes sense for you to know, like a very minute, you've seen it before in a book, but it's something that's not good. It was like hard for you to remember what it was from. Actually, do an intelligence check now.
Sure. I'm a smart man, so let's see. I got an 8.
Okay. This you've seen the image in a book about a cult, and I'm gonna say as of right now, you can't remember what the cult's name was or much about it because that wasn't the interest in the book that you're looking for, or researching
Yeah.
at the time. But you feel like maybe if you go back and find that book again, which would probably be at the Thaumaturgical Institute, that you could find that book again and find out that information.
He definitely puts it away in his mental bank to go back maybe the next day or something to go research this symbol.
All right, she turns to you and she says, "I'm sorry. What did you say?"
Oh, I was just saying, quite the party that's going on.
She says, "Yes. Yes, it's fine." And then you can kind of read some sadness in her eyes for some reason.
He's gonna like lean on his cane and try to appear, Midas always has that smile and he's trying to always be a friendly kind of grandpa view, but it never really reaches his eyes. He's gonna try his best to be comforting and say, "Are you all right? You don't seem to be in the best place. I hope I'm not Brian."
She says, I've had better days, I suppose. You can see as she says that tears start to like gather in the corners of her eyes, and then this guy kind of like notices that you're talking to her, and then he kind of pulls on her arm, says, "Excuse me, go and fetch us some more wine, please. Niall, more wine." And she agrees. She says, "Excuse me," and walks away. He says, "And you are, sir?"
I'm Midas. Nice to meet you.
Midas. Don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you.
My work tends to be more low-key than most people in this room most likely are used to.
He says, "The name is Valion. What brings you here?"
Well, I've come accompanying a friend. I'm mostly enjoying the night and seeing if I can make some new friends.
Of course. His smile is like very unnerving. He says, "New friends." Yes. I as well am searching for new friends.
Oh. Well, it looks like we may have ran into each other at the perfect time then. I am a man of magic, as you might gather from my attire. How about you? What do you like to involve yourself in?
I am more of a doctor.
Oh.
Dabbled in the medicines.
What a coincidence.
I know a doctor as well. I'm sure he would... that man over there. He's a fine doctor. I'm pointing over at Isaac. He's a fine doctor as well. May have a... Okay.
Sorry, Isaac, do you have any fame?
I do have 10%, but
Okay.
it's just negative rep.
Can you roll it?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead, Midas.
Oh, he's just saying, he's a fine doctor. I work on bodies myself. And he's helped me with a few projects from here and there.
Bodies. Ah, like the dead. Fascinating. It is always fascinating on the new friends that you make at these parties. Especially with Senator Vale. She throws the best parties.
There definitely does seem to be some interesting people here.
Will you be staying for the after party then?
Have I been told, like, how long the invitation lasts for when we're on our way? Would I be expected to be able to stay, or is that more of a after party invite only?
Automede specified that she is possibly expected to be staying, but the carriage driver's waiting outside just in case any of you will be leaving tonight. You're not particularly expected to stay, but it's up to you whether you stay or not.
Gotcha. He'd smile and say, yes, of course I have to stay for the after party. Really, isn't it just still the party if it continues all night?
There will be some delicious young blood for us, my friend.
Oh god.
Oh, well, I can't wait to partake with you. Might be getting the feeling like this man is as cold-blooded as he is, and he's like, alright, well, if this will help me, I don't really care.
Do you think Midas is lying or being deceptive at all?
I think Midas looks down on this man, but he's not lying that, it's like, oh, yes, I'll stay, I don't mind.
Yeah,
He,
not
I think.
not deserving
kinda
of a deception
sees-
roll.
Well, he's acting friendly, so maybe if he's trying to see through my how I'm feeling about him, but otherwise he's not like lying about anything overall.
Right. Go ahead and do you have the deceived skill?
No, I do not.
All right, go ahead and make a charisma check, but give yourself a +3. And the modifier, you'll just put a 3 in there.
That's a 7.
His roll is a 10. And he says,
And I'm all-
he laughs and he shows his teeth again, which you see, you now notice he has kind of like long fangs. And then he says, you do not partake, do you?
Partake. Whatever do you mean?
He says, blood, my friend. The young ones, they give the best blood.
I have not tried myself. Is it something you'd suggest?
I would. It revitalizes the flesh. Makes you feel young again. I bet you couldn't even tell how old I am. Just by looking at me?
I wouldn't be able to guess. Your wife seems quite young, and you both share a complexion. I would say in your early 30s.
Well, you're quite right. I might look to be in my early 30s, but much older than that. You see his friend bring back over the wine, and she brings you a glass as well, Midas.
Oh,
You see that the liquid is very dark, and he takes his glass and swirls it around.
for world lore, say that Midas is getting the feeling like, I don't know if you know like vampires out of the game, but would this be something that would upset like the greater city if they found out about it, that they're drinking young blood and such, or is it kind of a cultural thing where it's like nobility can do whatever the hell they want, it doesn't matter?
I mean, Dark Rest is fucking wacky, but I mean, there's still like the Order of the Scion and like the Church of Bayagard is here, and
Yeah, there's some
it
shady
depends
shit.
on the type. It's one of the shadier ones, but there's some people that would be upset.
Okay.
Yeah, this doesn't seem
Legally,
all
they
naturally.
should be upset. Legally.
This is
I think
yeah. Go ahead.
I think Midas sees that these people are bad trouble, but also he sees that they can be a disrupting factor. So I think he's going to drink, like take a sip, and try to get close to these people. I think that'll be like the goal of his night, is just get close to these people, see if he can use them to disrupt things.
Nice.
Honestly, you failing your deception roll and them getting a read on you for you being this kind of person probably made them like you more than dislike.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He's like, yes, I'm bringing this dude into my world.
Like, I don't want you to like me, I want you to be useful.
Raya, do you have a fame of 10 yet, at least?
I do not think so.
Let's see here.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, Virion. I don't think Virion does either. Yeah.
He's missed a couple sessions. He's definitely lacking a bit in the rep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he started with a lot of rep, but I don't think it was enough to go over 100.
Since it's getting late, we're gonna have to wrap it up. But I will mention that eventually you do all get invited to kind of stay longer. Some of you just because you're guests of other people that get in, right? Um,
And
So
I mean,
if-
in theory, if we get reputation for this session, he would be over 100 by the end of the session.
okay, cool. Yeah, everybody's getting a big rep boost for being at this party. You do find out too that Anissa is kind of like a slave, of course.
Yeah, he's hoping to leverage that into, slave overhears things that normal people wouldn't.
Right. And
Especially if he keeps her close. So basically, he's trying to drill her for information on Mr. Edward Gain. Perhaps
Yeah.
information that he himself would not share, or that might be damaging to him in the future.
yeah. And Ryad, I think I'm gonna have to message you privately about something. Something specific. Do you actually I'll just message you privately about it, but
Yeah, that's
anything you guys want to get done before we close?
Artemide. I mean, there's a specific person that Artemide might have met, but also they're more of a moral individual. They may not be attending this party as a diplomat or as an emissary. They're from Sarah, but
Yeah.
there's already people here from Sarah, and this party is not on the best swing of things, so they're probably not here. You said something about learning something that they were talking about for the nobles. That it started to become pretty gruesome pretty quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. That they want to buy the orphanage and start purchasing children. For some use. They never go into exact detail, but you get the idea that it's pretty dark because you know in blood magic that the use of innocent blood is revered. So something is afoot. And morally, it's up to you guys to kind of figure out what you want to do here. Probably get together and speak on it when you get a chance.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, so that's what you find out, and we'll have to
Oh, gosh.
continue
to
next time.
I'll have to decide if Artemide wants to side with these people, or if she wants to use them as a crutch in order to get in other people's good graces.
Right. Now they haven't purchased the orphanage yet either.
Yeah. But this is something you would plan around. So. And Artemide also wants to hear the device that's been talked about. But for now, staying in the good graces of the rich for short-term profit is very good. Oh, blackmail's not going to work in any court. They're just going to kill Artemide if she tries to do anything court-wise. And the nobles will just kill her too. There's
Right.
no good for it.
Right. There's a lot of people here.
50 rep? Holy shit.
It's a big party.
Yeah, 10 saga points, 50 rep for everybody, and yeah, us 2 weeks. We'll be back.
Yeah, goddamn.
Thank you so much for running as always.
You
Yeah,
are
it's fun,
welcome.
as always.
Thanks for playing, guys.